Wholesaling real estate. A lot of people know about it, a lot of people don't. I want to put those who don't know about it up on game on what to look for so you're not out here getting got like a lot of people are getting. Now, please don't use this as any type of discouragement. This isn't one of those videos of wholesaling is a scam. No. I love it. I've been doing it for the past 8 years and I teach others how to do it. So this isn't one of those videos. But what I do want you to know is what to look out for so you are not out here getting got. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Share it if this is found helpful to you, which hopefully it is. Okay, so I made this into 3 categories, all right? So we're gonna get into the first one. The first one is fake buyers. Yes, you heard that right, fake buyers. Okay, it's like, what do you mean by fake buyers? Ultimately, there's a lot of people out here faking like they're buying properties, but they're not. And here's how to look out for that. I know that's a little intimidating. I know that's a little scary. It's like, well, I'm getting into this, you know, I would hope this person would have the cash, you know, to purchase this property. And of course, there's a lot of cash buyers out there, but here's the thing. There are a lot of people posing like cash buyers. Okay, so what does that look like? All right, so one of the things that you hear about to network, you want to find other cash buyers on investor Facebook groups and stuff like that, which that is all fine and dandy. I've closed several deals doing that. However, this is something that you need to look out for. Okay, so, and then it's funny, in one of my most recent deals, a wholesaler tried to do that, or they posed as a cash buyer, but it's like, dude, I've been doing this for a while. I kind of spot out those who are really buying and those who aren't. And then turned out this dude literally, he just started less than a month ago. It's like, oh my gosh, who's teaching you? Who's teaching these people out here? Okay, so here's what they do. So you get on Facebook, because I got off task a little bit. So you get on Facebook, right? And you're scrolling these investor groups. It's like, all right, I see this person. You post your deal in the group, right? So then you get all these responses, people dropping their addresses. One tip is if somebody drops their address, you can actually click on their profile. And if it's an investing group, if it's a group in general on Facebook, if you click their profile, it's not going to take you directly to their profile. It's going to take you to, and this is if they've responded in the group before. They're going to take you to their recent comments or what they've commented before in that group. So you can kind of see, okay, what have you been talking about, right? So the funny thing is, say you post the deal, right? You post it, you're excited, you're getting some feedback. Say you click on this investor's profile, you click on it, right? Then you see literally like 2 months ago, you were asking, hey guys, how do I get my first deal? How do I wholesale? It's like, is that the type of cash buyer I want purchasing my property? We gotta, move quickly, close in 2 weeks. That's a red flag. I'm not gonna say, that's never a cash buyer, blah, blah. For the most part, that is not a cash buyer. If you literally click on their profile and they're asking, hey, what is wholesaling? Hey, how do I invest? Hey, can someone help me? But you're dropping your email in this deal that I just posted, 9 times out of 10 is another wholesaler. Scratch that. 10 times out of 10, that's another wholesaler, so you want to be aware of that. All right, so I want to get into tip number 2. Okay, so number 2, daisy chains. What is a daisy chain, you may ask? All right, so this isn't like some grand definition of what it is, but this is what it is in the space that you're trying to get into. So daisy chain is when someone gets a property under contract and they come to you like, hey, let's JV, joint venture, and they get the property and then they market it, and then someone sees that, they see the property, then they market it, and then some other wholesaler, they see it, they get the property, then they market it. So it's a whole chain of just wholesalers wholesaling the same deal with different numbers. Now, there's a lot of gurus out here teaching, joint venturing if you don't have any money. That's fine. If you joint venture with somebody that is reputable, closed deals before, cool. Even if they haven't, if you know the person, you guys are gonna joint venture and knock the deal out. That's great. But you get people out here that literally see your deal and then they'll take it and then they'll market it to their investors, and then someone might see it and then they market it. So what am I saying? Here's the thing. You can't completely, well, let me take that back. You can prevent that for sure. But at the same time, if you're like if you post your deals somewhere, you can't control everybody. There might be somebody that, wants to JV or market your deal, and they may do so without you asking. So you want to make sure you build up a pretty solid buyers list, which if you follow the page, I'm going to put you on, okay? So don't worry about it. And then kind of to piggyback off number 2, please don't be one of these types of wholesalers. Do not take a deal that you've seen and it's like, oh, this sounds good. Then you market it. First of all, you gotta please find out if you can even do that. If you want to joint venture with somebody, that's cool. But get the logistics sorted out up front. Don't just take a deal, start marketing it. And here's the sad part. You might get a deal, market it, daisy chain it essentially. And you say if you even get a buyer that's interested. And then you go back to the person, they may say, oh yeah, I don't even have that under contract. And you literally wasted all of that time. So ultimately what you don't want to do is go daisy chaining someone else's deal without permission and without the logistics to know what you can even do with this property, even if it's sellable or not, if that makes sense. Number 3. I want to talk about the numbers. Okay? So if you do not have the property under contract for the right numbers, you do not have a wholesale deal. Okay? A lot of people need to hear that because people, they see, okay, I get a property under market value. You go on Zillow, you see the house says, the Zestimate says $250,000. The person has it for sale and they want $250,000. So you go to them and you're like, $230,000. So you're thinking, oh, it's $20,000 off. I can make a $5,000 to $10,000 assignment fee. No, that's not how it works. The numbers have to make sense for an investor or someone investing in that property. If they're going to pay retail, then that's a whole nother case. That's not a wholesale deal, that's a retail. So just because you get it under a Zestimate or Redfin estimate or whatever, that does not mean you have a wholesale deal. So don't come in and say, well, I offered $5,000 less than what they were asking. That doesn't mean anything. The numbers still have to make sense. Ultimately, there's a thing called the 70% rule. You want to, and some investors, they go all the way up to 80%. But you want to do 70% of the after repair value, and then you minus the repairs and you minus your wholesale fee. That's if you want clarification on that, you definitely just subscribe, and then we'll go over that. DM me, find me on IG. I am Coach Daryl, and I'll help you out with that. But please know your numbers. Please get the numbers right. Do not make up numbers, and do not, oh, this is $5,000 less than what it says it's worth. I'm making a deal happen. No, you're not. So please keep these 3 things in mind, and you will definitely be a successful wholesaler. And again, I am Coach Daryl. I teach people how to do this the right way. I have been doing this for the past 8 years. There's a lot of people kind of popping up out of nowhere that just kind of learned, kudos to them. But if you want to learn how to do it the right way, just follow the page. Follow the page. I promise I will get you right the right way. And you won't be out here just locking deals up and not being able to move them. I hope this was some type of help to you. Like I said, like, comment, share, all that YouTuber, language. Hey, follow the page and I got you.